Hey, I'm recording a podcast at 11 o'clock in the morning. I know, I'm crazy as hell. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to No Limits Lucas, No Limits Daily Show, March 3rd, 2025. Yeah, I very rarely ever record a podcast anywhere before 12 and noon. It is basically noon right now. It's 11:20 a.m. in the morning on Monday. I know, it's kind of crazy to be recording on Monday. It's so early for me to do this. But I have a decent amount of things to do today. I got a friend coming on about an hour, time is recording everything. I want to get this podcast all published and done and over with. And plus, I go out later today as well to go for my... I have something to go around like about 4 o'clock. I'll just tell you right now, I have to go to a wake for my friend and everything. For a kid died of cancer, just a couple podcasts to go and everything. So there you go. It was a lot of busy day for me, a little bit in today and tomorrow. So probably no podcast tomorrow, no daily show tomorrow. So I figured... Gotta get this uploaded sooner rather than later, and probably upload very early in the morning, to say the least. Maybe afternoon, maybe around lunchtime or whatever. So y'all watch this around lunchtime. Hello, enjoy your lunch, or you want to have it maybe as always. Whatever you have maybe as always, hope you have a great day in general as well. Let's go into your No Limits Daily Show, shall we? We're going to former WWE star Jinder Mahal, a.k.a. Raj Desai, lambasts W's lack of South Asian representation. Repossession, you know, freaking where you get the point. Also, Backstage update, John Cena's heel turn at WWE Elimination Chamber. I'm still not recovered from that, by the way. I am still not recovered. John Cena heel in his retirement tour in 2025. It's freaking crazy, people. It is freaking crazy. And so one of his buddies here that helped him there. Backstage update, Travis Scott's WWE feature found his Elimination Chamber appearance. There's also in Backstage news on AW possibly unifying International and Continental titles very soon. Also, Monday Night Raw for March 3rd, 2025 preview. As always, this day in wrestling history and quote to finish off your podcast. As always, thank you for watching No Limits Lucas. Maybe as always, going to say it's No Limits Daily Show. Starting with, you guessed it, former WWE star Jinder Mahal, a.k.a. Raj Desai, lambasts WWE's lack of South Asian representation. Oh boy. Can't wait to discuss this, dude. Former WWE champion Jinder Mahal, goes by a ring name Raj Desai, has hit out of WWE for not having South Asian stars on their roster. Like that oh my god, man. Let's discuss it right now. Desai, who has been one of the most successful Indian or origin stars in the WWE history, recently spoke to For the Love of Wrestling convention where he spoke about the importance of representation, and he bemoaned the fact that there are no South Asian wrestlers in WWE's roster. What is the big deal, dude? What is the big deal, man? Let's just read his report here. Growing up there with no South Asians on TV, all we had was Apu from The Simpsons for representation. He laughs about it. Unfortunately, it's the truth. We didn't have anybody. We had very, very typical stereotype characters like a gas station worker or a tech nerd. Really, dude? A tech nerd and a gas station worker. Dear God, what are you talking about, Mr. Raj? I gotta be honest. So growing up, I didn't have anybody I could relate to, so it's very important for me for generations of wrestlers, and just not myself, but all of us. We talk about this, how important it is to inspire the next generation. We've already accomplished so many great things, but we need to accomplish more. I do agree with him on that. For sure. And the fact that there is zero and not a single South Asian in WWE right now, Raw, NXT, or SmackDown, there's something seriously wrong with that. How is something wrong with that? You're like, dude, as long as you... Oh my god, bro. South Asian wrestlers in WWE. If you're a good professional wrestler and WWE sees as a good wrestler and a great character, you can establish something around you, then they'll sign you. When you don't, you just don't have it. That's what I'm saying right there. But let's read the rest of the support here. So the former WWE star, but we can't blame the system. We ourselves have to rise up. We have to get ourselves on that level, and we will. Desai spoke proudly about the contributions of South Asian wrestlers, including the Great Khali. Oh my god, the Great Khali. And you wonder why there's not South Asian wrestlers in WWE, their gender. The Great Khali, is that explained anymore? Thank you. Daria Singh and Tiger Joel Singh to professional wrestling. He said the late Dara Singh, who was inducted into the legacy wing of WWE Hall of Fame in 2018. There you go. He's inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2018. What else do you need, Jinder? I'm just asking. Inspired him to appear like the same brothers, Shanky and Veer. Shanky and Veer Mahan. Oh, God, I don't miss those two whatsoever. I only miss Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal seems like a good guy outside professional wrestling. I see an interview with Chris Van Vliet with him on it. He seems like a good guy. Good guy outside wrestling and everything, but dude, come on. Why? There's more things to complain about in WWE right now to worry about South Asian wrestlers in the World Wrestling Entertainment System. Let's just be real, people. That's just a fact of life. Yeah, I'm not making an LA Knight joke there. But still, like, what is the big deal about South Asian wrestlers not in World Wrestling Entertainment? I don't understand it, dude. I don't understand what Jinder Mahal is talking about here, in all honesty, to wrap up the segment. No, something you absolutely cannot complain about in WWE right now is John Cena's heel turn. Backstage update on John Cena's heel turn at WWE Elimination Chamber 2025. John Cena shocked the world Saturday at the WWE Elimination Chamber when he turned heel on undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes and seemed to align himself with the final boss, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. According to a new report from Fightful Select, Cena's heel turn was kept extremely quiet backstage and was very protected secret. Which I did think, I saw Triple H say something in the press conference there for Elimination Chamber. He basically said that I'm glad the heel turn did not get leaked and everything. It was basically kind of a shock. Chris Featherstone breaking the leak in the Elimination Chamber. Drew McIntyre went in. But Drew McIntyre didn't win. Maybe it was the last minute change, and I think Drew McIntyre win thanks to that spoiler, probably. So Drew McIntyre, you can't blame Damian Priest. You have to blame Chris Featherstone for not winning that match. Just say the least, man. I had to say that. The second was listed internally as a third on the show, but ran after the men's Elimination Chamber match, which wasn't a last-minute change, but done to protect Cena's heel turn, which I freaking like that big time from Triple H. According to Yellow Paul, Triple H Levesque knowing that in the press conference, there you go, right there, that he handled everything at the end of the show rather than the team in the production truck, as only a few people knew that was coming. Fightful noted that it came as a shock to many within WWE in addition to fans. Fightful reported that as of right now, they have no heard any plans with The Rock to wrestle at WrestleMania, but for the many within the company expect him to be there. I don't think The Rock needs to be wrestling at WrestleMania now. I thought for sure like Drew McIntyre was going to win the Elimination Chamber and give his championship shot to The Rock. But that didn't happen. John Cena wanted to turn heel, and now John Cena is probably going to be one chasing number 17 against The Rock, against Cody Rhodes. It'll make a lot of sense to have John Cena give his title shot to The Rock, honestly, even if he's a heel or not. Wait and find out then. But much of Rock's creative is not is on him to a need-to-know basis when provided WWE's creative team. It also wasn't immediately known as to how long the heel turn angle was being planned. I think this is honestly probably like a couple-week thing. Maybe since the Royal Rumble, right before the Royal Rumble, when John Cena got eliminated by Jey Uso. I feel like maybe sometime like right before that, maybe I do at Royal Rumble. He obviously did not do it at the Royal Rumble. Maybe something like after Royal Rumble, which did obviously Elimination Chamber, the heel turn. I feel like that was like booked around then, but it's always secret. Obviously, you gotta keep that secret. So there you go. So that was perfect. The heel turn was perfectly done. I could have not done it any freaking better if you ask me. John Cena hugging Cody Rhodes and stared in the face right of The Rock with this darn evil look in his eyes. Like he's about to do something drastically bad. And lo and behold, he did something even worse than drastically bad. He did something, a massacre of Cody Rhodes with help of The Rock and Travis Scott. That was freaking... If you said my podcast yesterday, go check that episode number 38. Let's discuss all about that in the Elimination Chamber highlights and grades. That was just a phenomenal ass heel turn. I cannot take any better than that. I cannot do anything better than that, man. It was perfect. I'm glad WWE kept this a secret thing and not kept anybody knowing. Like Triple H, obviously The Rock would know, and John Cena. Maybe even Travis Scott knew bits and pieces about how he did that. I mean, just there to be a little bit like a star power something there about honestly with Travis Scott. He did have his own, Travis Scott did. Update right now, and this is very segment right now, actually, when you think about it. Right now, actually. Moving on. Like I said, backstage update on Travis Scott's WWE future. WWE Elimination Chamber Premium Live event left fans in shock when John Cena turned heel for the first time in over 20 years, siding with The Rock and attacking Cody Rhodes. While all the focus on the show's closing angle was on Rhodes, Cena, and The Rock, the fourth man in the ring was Grammy Award nominated rapper Travis Scott. If you didn't know, obviously, I said in the last segment, who even got a few shots in an American Nightmare after he spotted burned his stage at the face value. Scott's position in the show's closing angle may look out a place that could catch a viewer, but according to a report from Be Faithful Select, his involvement with W has been planned for a while. And more plans could be on the way for sure as well. Plans have someone beep outside my house. I'm sorry about that. Plans to have Scott involved in a major angle of some description had reportedly been in the works as far back as mid-January. Although the WWE sources that Fightful spoke to didn't know that the angle would be the one that played out in Elimination Chamber. I don't think that was, honestly. It needs to like a last-minute decision with that, honestly. The question of whether the rapper will actually compete in the match was also been thrown around. Please, love of God, no. That'll be freaking stupid if you ask me. We don't need to see Travis Scott in professional wrestling ring wrestling, dude. We don't need that, dude. It could be more of like a, kind of like a mouthpiece, honestly, if at bare minimum. And while no timetable on when that could happen, Scott was reportedly had some wrestling training at the WWE Legends Wrestling School. Okay, maybe he's at least trying willing to do that. I'll give him that. However, WWE sources were not able to confirm that wrestling school what that this was. Maybe Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins has a wrestling school. Maybe was that Seth Rollins' school? Maybe if I had to guess, maybe. We'll wait and find out about that. I don't think we need Travis Scott in wrestling. Even if he's performing at wrestling school, I don't think we need him in a wrestling ring, dude. I don't think it's needed as whatsoever. I feel like much more needed like The Rock's like agent. Maybe like an agent for The Rock. Maybe. We'll wait and find out then. We'll keep it up there on Travis Scott what he does in WWE going forward. Move on to your only AEW news you get on the Daily Show today for March 3rd, 2025. Backstage news and AEW possibly unifying International Continental titles soon. AEW could have some plans to unify the two men's mid-card titles in the future, where the report suggesting that AEW could bring back an epic rivalry of the match. Fightful Select has revealed that there have been talks behind the scenes in AEW to unify the AEW Continental Championship and the AEW International Championship. The report claimed that AEW could have Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada in a rematch to unify the titles, which could happen after the former wins the International Championship from current title holder Konosuke Takeshita. Fightful stated that there have been several pitches for the match and the unification to happen in recent months, which absolutely should be happening here in order to unify those two titles. You want like a big-time match for that. And why not make a big-time rivalry with Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega? They're truly just a match on New Japan Pro Wrestling Circuit, and now you see in AEW now. I feel like that's definitely the match that they'll go with, or unify both championships with the right call. You can't have the International Championship and the Continental title in AEW. I don't care if it's AEW Continental titles for the Continental Classic. I don't care. You can name the Continental Classic the International Continental Classic. How about that? How about that, dude? There you go. It actually kind of fits perfectly with the New Japan cycle, too. It kind of fit as well, if you ask me. So I'm begging Tony Khan to do that. Because we do not need the AEW International and AEW Continental Championships both like that, with separate titles. We don't need that. We might as well unify both titles. Want to be a match with Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada for both Continental and International titles and unification match for sure. To me, maybe that's all in Texas. That'd be a perfect time to do it. Is AEW all in Texas in 2025? And like July, I think, it's this year. And why do it then between Okada and Omega for both Continental title and International title for unified championships? That is my pitch right now for unify these both championships, in which competitors should be wrestling for these two set of championships and unification match for sure. Moving on to your Monday Night Raw, February 1. Let's try it again. Moving on to your Monday Night Raw, March 3rd, 2025 preview. Starring, probably more likely your main man, I would assume, on the show, is Io Sky. She'll be challenging Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's World Championship. I think Rhea Ripley retains here. But I kind of some sort of hope. that this match ends like a DQ finish or a screwed up finish in general. We get Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match at WrestleMania for the Women's World Championship. Because, I mean, that'd be a badass. Three of the best women's wrestlers on the pound for pound on planet Earth right now. In a wrestling ring and a WrestleMania for the world title. That'd be freaking brilliant if you ask me. But I don't see that happen. I see Rhea Ripley retaining her championship and going to have Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair for the WWE Women's World Championship WrestleMania 41 Las Vegas. I mean, that's what's going to be happening. In my honest opinion, that's what I think will happen tonight on Monday Night Raw. Keep updated on the Nolan's Daily Show. For probably Wednesday, I'm thinking my next Daily Show. I don't think it'll be one tomorrow. I really don't think it'll be one tomorrow. It's too packed up and stuff in my errands to run in general. I'll keep you updated whenever the next Daily Show comes out in this very match, to say the least. Moving on to American Made. Julius and Brutus Creed, the Creed brothers, be challenging the Warriors, Eric and Ivar, for WWE World Tag Team Championships. The Warriors are probably going to retain here, and I don't see why they'll have the American Made beat the Creed brothers, being Eric and Ivar like the War Raiders, honestly. So basically still sort of started their championship run since the Warriors beat the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Jay McDonald last year, I believe it was. Yeah, last year in December of 2024, I believe they beat the Judgment Day members. So we'll see what happens then, but I just don't see the Warriors losing these titles anytime soon. These two did not have a very established tag team to beat them on their belts, so we'll find out then. Moving on to Ivy Nile versus Lyra Valkyria for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Also, announced for tonight. I think Lyra Valkyria gets the win here, obviously. She just got the championship, like in January? Yeah, she's not losing that title right now. Especially, probably a match like me, or turning Becky Lynch or Lyra Valkyria for Women's Intercontinental Championship. Sign me up for that one, dude. At WrestleMania 41, please, double guy Triple H, do that. It'd be very useful for WrestleMania 41 card involved in the female side thing, so we keep updating for sure if that happens sooner rather than later. Also, CM Punk is set to appear, probably talk about maybe like Seth Rollins and being discussed here. Also, Seth Rollins also advertised to be on the show tonight as well. So probably do some back and forth promo. Maybe sign me up, man. CM Punk and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania and these two back and forth promos before that. Sign me up in this video, man. Should be very freaking great television, you ask me. Also, I said Seth Rollins also set to appear, like I said. And also Bianca Belair, who won a Women's Elimination Chamber match and might the right to face Rhea Ripley or Io Sky WrestleMania 41, who wins tonight for the Women's World Championship, is also set to appear. And WWE Women's, oh my god, I call Gunther a woman, oh my god. The reigning WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the men's side, I think, is Gunther, is set to appear as well. Probably Jey Uso around later as well. Probably interrupt this promo and back and forth, these two men, probably would make sure. Probably for more than likely, in all honesty. So that is your Monday Raw, March 3rd, 2025 preview. And finally, on this day in wrestling history, quoted and finished after Nolan Daily Show, March 3rd, 2025. So on this day in wrestling history, in 2003, Stone Cold Steve Austin made his first appearance on Monday Raw since he famously walked out of the company in WWE the previous summer. So that's 2003. March 2008. WWE officially retired the Cruiserweight Championship of Hornswoggle as the last recognized champion. Oh boy, Hornswoggle of people. Your last Cruiserweight champion. Hornswoggle is funny as hell, but for a championship, your last title ever, to have Hornswoggle be your champion is certainly a choice, if you ask me. But he was your last Cruiserweight champion this day in 2008. The title was inactive until September 2016 when it was awarded to the winner of the WWE Cruiserweight Classic, T.J. Perkins. So I remember that, actually. It was a very fun Cruiserweight Classic, man. I miss those days. The Cruiserweight Classic, man. That was freaking badass, if you ask me. So that was 2008. Moving on to 2014. An episode of Monday Night Raw held in Chicago, Illinois. The Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, obviously defeated New Age Outlaws, probably Billy Gunn and Road Dogg, to win the WWE Tag Team Championships. Man, moving on to your final part on this day in wrestling in 2021. A stacked go-home show edition of AEW Dynamite before Revolution opened with Shaquille O'Neal. Oh boy, I remember this one. And Jade Cargill beat Cody Rhodes and Red Velvet in a mixed tag team match. To me, I was going to be a big-time rant. I really hated that decision. We having the Shaquille O'Neal wrestle on Dynamite. Well, he was not that bad, honestly. He was not that bad of a wrestler, in all honesty, man. So Shaquille O'Neal, obviously, he's not going to be doing it anytime soon, ever again, probably. But That's a one-time thing. Honestly, not that bad if you think about it. Cody Rhodes make Shaquille O'Neal look pretty decent as well, for sure. And Jade Cargill was probably the MVP of that match for sure as well. She did Red Velvet get the win over Cody and Red Velvet versus Shaquille O'Neal and Jade Cargill. And on the show, that also included Tully Blanchard competing in a 6-man tag team match on an AEW debut of Paul White, the former known as The Big Show. That's the same wrestling. Your final day for your Phenomenal Day Show of March 3rd, 2025. Your quote of the day. Quote of the day. The only way to get to do great work is to love what you do, by Steve Jobs. Freaking love that quote. I'll read that again. The only way to do great work is to love what you do, by Steve Jobs. And actually, this is very decent. It blows me big time here. If you want to know about what you want to do in life and what you want to do and you want to keep doing this, like for me, example, podcasting, you gotta love what you do about it. You gotta love what you do about it, in all honesty. If you don't love it, what's the point of doing it, to say the least? So I absolutely love this quote by Steve Jobs to finish off your No Limits Daily Show, March 3rd, 2025 Daily Show, like I said. Thank y'all for watching. No Limits Lucas, No Limits Daily Show, March 3rd, 2025. I'll probably be back Wednesday for our next edition, No Limits Daily Show, March 5th, 2025. Because I don't think it'll be a podcast tomorrow. So I got to go awake tonight. I got to go to the funeral tomorrow. And then went to Tuesday. Spoiler alert. And also got a lot of therapy appointment and everything. So there you go. Probably home, though, to say at least. Until Wednesday, more than lucky. Your next edition, No Limits Daily Show. Peace and love, everyone. Take care. Enjoy Monday Raw and NXT when you very may be, as always. If you're a wrestling fan, you can watch my podcast. Until Wednesday, everyone, take care, everyone. Love you all.